I don't know why I open up philo with brah. Oh, Chatadonia. So we had a lot of good talks already today. And honestly, man, I hope you recognize it, man. That's why, like, philo's cool and all, bro. And I love these moments because, like, I would love to give you guys something encouraging, man. And I really do hope you take that away from it. You know what I'm saying? I know some people get mad at the subject, certain things. And I feel, man, it's triggering emotion sometimes. Like, I feel, but, like, for real, man, I hope you all are productive. I hope you make moves, man. And above all else, once again, it's funny how today's philo lined up because especially what we talked about yesterday and today, man, it's all within the same vibe, bro. I really, like, seriously, man, like, your spirit. What family are you guys in? Like, and you know, like, this belief and believing lies that you're behind in certain thing. Like, no, man. No. I encourage you to rebuke it, bro. And I hope it's funny because some of the other stuff we have today, I hope I could show you a little bit because, again, it's been speaking volumes to me. So we are going to go over Proverbs once again. However, what I am going to do is start with something else. There was another a verse. I was just reading it, not outside of Proverbs yesterday, and it really got me because I was really, really thinking about it, and it was like, that's weird, but, like, I mean, I don't know, man. Here, I'll read it to you. I'll read it to you. Romans 8:14. For as many as are led by the Spirit of God, they are the sons of God. For ye have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear, but ye have received the spirit of adoption, whereby we cry, Abba, Father. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. So I already know some people going to hear that. Y'all be like, what is this? Oh, but something about that really messed with me. It really did. One, let me ask you this. Bro, how many of you are bonded to the spirit of fear? You know what bondage is, right? Some of you know for the wrong reasons. But it says you have not received the spirit of bondage again to fear. And I really thought about this, bro, because I'm like, damn. There is times where you are really bonded to the spirit of fear. I've seen some of y'all, I've seen myself at times where you really go to it. But then I really thought, bro, because I was always thinking, man, at the times in my life, bro, like various times when I was young, I don't know what it was, whether I believed in God or not at the time, whether I was really into it or not, bro. I always had like a something calling out to something bigger in a weird way. Me personally, I've always reached out to some higher power after fear, but always instead of sticking with fear. So, Chad, I really hope if you have that too, I hope you read what it says. That's proof and evidence of your spirit. And I really hope none of you are being bonded to fear and that spirit. And it's every time something bad happens, instead of focusing on fear, instead of focusing outer of yourself and bigger and thinking of something bigger as a solution, I hope you know if you are the one to lean towards the bigger, that's good. And that's a great sign. But also, too, it starts off, once again, part of this theme here. Have no fear. And again, I mean, fear is not going to get you anywhere. But now let me jump to Proverbs. So Proverbs 21 today. I got a couple, but there's only one I really, really like, man. Again, and we talked about this the other day. SPY's dumping now. You're back to VWAP, back to where we did the first dump. Bonds are now red 0.5% after being in the green, which is kind of crazy. So usually Philo lifts the market up. We'll see. Maybe when I'm done reading this. Are you ready? Proverbs 21:5. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but of every one that is hasty, only to want. That's crazy, dude. Written hundreds and thousands of years ago. This is how human Psychology and Spirit. It says, the thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but of every one that is hasty, only to want. That is crazy. Not only what it just says, but the logic. That's Proverbs 21:5, King James Version. Why is that crazy? What is the logic that is being outlined? Does anybody know? I'm waiting. Well, duh, it's telling you don't be. No, but I'm logic. There's something about logic. This is how I've been picking apart Proverbs this time around. I'm looking for logic. Premise, conclusion. If this, then that. Again, when I hear words like only, it really sticks out to me. You may not take the book as true. If I take it as true, when something says only this, must this, that's something about logic. What was just said there? Here. The thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness, but of every one that is hasty, only to want. So it's telling us, bro, what we were talking about. You know, it is saying if you are hasty, you're going to get clapped. You rush like we talked about, but it goes deeper than that. Why? Because it gave you a nice little logical breakdown. That the thoughts of the diligent tend only to plenteousness. Guess what, Chad? Do you want to know if you're a diligent person? You know, so you ever read these verses sometimes? You're like, I don't know if that's me. I feel guilty. You want to know if you're a diligent person? Awesome. I'll tell you how. Do you think and tend to plenteousness? Do you think about abundance? Do you live in abundance? Even if your life doesn't have it, is that what you tend to? Do you focus on the things that are plentiful and give your energy and focus to that? Or not? Because it's saying only the diligent do that. Only the diligent tend to plenteousness. So when you're sitting there saying, I'm never going to be this, I'd never have enough, it's never going to, that's not a diligent person. That doesn't make you diligent. Well, think about it. If I come up today and said, I'm plentiful, does that make me diligent? No. Right? But that will have to be a feature you have if you want to be regarded as diligent. I'm trying to help you understand the point. You could try to simplify it, but it's a feature. But I don't think you will find a diligent person who thinks in terms of only scarcity. I would be hard-pressed to call them that. And then vice versa. The craziest part, bro, this is the second part. And you don't think this is weird? I know y'all getting on me whenever I said when it's written, all this. Make one little word, y'all say, but like, all right, man, let's be real, bro. You don't think it's weird that still today in this day and age that all of the people who are hasty and rushing are always stuck in this life of wanting? You don't think that's weird? That every time you or I has been hasty, we've been stuck in an era of our life of only wanting. Even though we have stuff, we keep wanting and wanting and wanting, no matter what. Again, the fact that the big discussion I'm having here of this year and today is that so many people are in different scenarios but feel the same way. It's like they were all hasty. No? Whoa. Because that's a feature. If you be doing different things in life, you be doing a lot of things in life, this, and you only are left with want, whether it's success or failure. dude, I would watch out for hastiness. How are you rushing yourself, and what are you, because think about it. So, Chad, it's great that I told you. I said if I was going to make a Thanksgiving philo, it would have been what we talked about yesterday, and this one, it goes right in line. And then with what we've talked about, everything today, you know what it is, man. Seriously. You want to be diligent, and you know the diligent and the wisdom is good, but there's no diligence being binded to fear and thinking and not thinking of what you have and plenteousness and being towards the plenty and vibing with more and abundance rather than the contrary. And then vice versa. Or just, again, the other point, dude, the haste, the rushing is what's killing. That's what's getting people feeling that they're behind. That's what's getting people always wanting, where people are doing good. You got into a good investment, but you got out. Why? Because you rushed. It's always rushing. Everything. Life decisions, the people you choose to be around. Again, guys want to buy cars, want to buy this, want to do that. It's all rushing. So, Chad, think plenty. And you'll never have to want if you don't rush. And control, because I'm telling y'all, a lot of potential, and I'm thankful to be surrounded by it. I told you guys earlier today, you said I'm a privileged position. I'm humbled. You could call it privilege, but I worked for it, but my work didn't matter. Because it is, I give the credit to God. All day, every day, I am nothing without it, and that's what I say it is. But at the end of the day, from this spot, it was not by, again, I always wanted it, and I did rush at other times, but, think about it. It didn't just happen, and the wisdom I acquired through it, this is the big part of living up to your potential, and like I'm saying, for all of you, don't rush it. For real. Work for it. Grind towards it. Give it what you have. But don't rush it. That is a fool's game. And quite frankly, no matter what you accomplish, if you feel like you are rushed and got to do this, no matter what you attain, you are still going to feel that need, that hole of want. So I encourage you now to know what you want. Stop rushing yourself and think in abundance. And that's what the book says, baby. So on that note, take that to the bank. That is your philosophy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you guys are subscribed. We're live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before open. Drop your thumbs up on the video. Make sure you're subscribed. You're all mobile. Press high chat. X out the chat. Hit the thumbs up button. Second link, nightly watch this on my channel. That's it, man. That's it. Never late. You're behind. You're not behind anything. That's it. I'll tell you one more, bro. I'll tell you. This is where you got it. This is life, dog. Do you guys know how they film movies in Hollywood? Do you know how you film a movie? Barbie, Hunger Games? Do you know how they film the movie? Even for, budget reasons, too? Anybody? How do you film a movie? Thanks, Fire. I got you, man. You film movies? What do you do? Yeah, there you go. I love it. You said out of order. Exactly. You know that? They do not film movies from the beginning. They don't start with the opening scene, and then they go to the next scene, and then they go to the next scene, and they don't do that. You usually start with the ending in a movie, believe it or not. You want to film a movie, go film the final scene. And then you work backwards from that. Why? So it could all make sense. Think about it. Continuity. And then the budgeting and making sure you have all of it. Well, guess what? That's your life. You have a destiny. God already knows the ending. That's why it's don't rush. You're not late or anything. You set your plan. Say, this is what I'm called for. This is what I'm going to do. This is what you film the ending first, and now we're just living through the different scenes. So I don't think you're late or behind. Oh, so Chattadonia. Enjoy that. That's the philo, man.